So the next step of our case preparation process of the reloads is to prepare the primer pockets and put a little finishing touches on the case mouths, especially if we had done some trimming. We would need to work on the case mouths. All right, so we're on to the one of the final stages of case preparation, and that is actually a lot of work on the primer pockets themselves and the case mouths. We'll put a chamfer and deburr on these case mouths, just touch them up a little bit. You have to do that for sure if you've trimmed those cases. I'm going to uniform up these primer pockets. Now the 5.56, if it's a true 5.56 NATO type of cartridge or case, then it's very likely going to have a crimp on it. Well, this device right over here is a decrimping unit, and it'll remove the military crimp from this thing. This is just going to clean it up a little bit, so I'll start over here and I'll decrimp it. Then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to uniform the primer pockets. Then I'll flip the case over and I'll go to this stage right over here, which deburrs the outside of the case, and this final one over here put the chamfer on the inside of the case mouth. Then I'll run through the case through this nylon brush just to remove any bits of brass that were inside the case. So this is electronic. It's a whole lot easier to do this than it would have been on by hand. There's ways you can do it by hand. I used to do it that way by hand, but not anymore. My fingers will cramp up if I try to do that many. Looks good. That one away. You want to get a good handhold when you're doing that primer pocket uniforming and the decrimping stage. Some cases are going to need only a little bit. Now I only do a little bit on this one because I'm going to run it through a ultrasonic cleaner here in a little bit that'll just polish that thing right up. If I didn't have that ultrasonic cleaner, I would spend a lot more time on that primer pocket brush. That's the process. So we've got 80 of them to do. Now for some cases where I'm seeking even more uniformity, hoping for a better, more consistency and ultimately more accuracy, I use one of these things. This is a Lyman flash hole uniformer. And what I've noticed is that on some of these cases, the flash holes won't be actually very uniform in size. In fact, sometimes they're offset a little bit. I can see some of them are a little bit larger or a little bit smaller than other cases. So if you're seeking that level of precision, that level of actually going for that type of accuracies, this can be really handy. And what you do is it inserts from the mouth. This is a stop, so it won't go too far into the primer flash hole, and it uniforms the size and actually I think puts a little shape on the inside of that primer flash hole. Like I said, this is set for a given length of the cartridge.